Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Stars UK Friday lunchtime live stream. We are back after being away for a few weeks. Of course, we had the Printwear and Promotion live show, which we had no equipment in here because all of these machines were packed up and sent to the show, but also we weren't in the building. So we had a couple of weeks off of lives. However, while we were not doing lives, we've launched two brand new products at Printwear and Promotion. One of which being our new UltraColour Pro Heat Transfer, full colour, hot peel, scalable. We'll get into details in a minute. So that's the first one that we launched. And the second one is our high build silicone 3D heat transfer. I cannot express how much I love this product. I feel like I have been waiting for this ever since I joined Styles. If you are a fan of like high build 3D heat transfer vinyl, you are going to love this product because there's no weeding. 700 microns thick, no weeding heat transfer. So we're going to get into all of the details today during the live. I've got some applications to do for you. We're going to give you close-ups. We're going to run through some of the pricing. And then at the end, I'm going to show you guys how you can purchase these products. But to start with, we've got Beth behind the camera as always.
Hello, hello.
So let us know where you're watching from, your company name, drop any questions you've got in the comments. We've got any of our regular viewers with us today?
Yeah, Darren's with us on YouTube. He says, good morning to all my wonderful YouTubers. Hope you are having an amazing lunch. Andy Viner says, hi all.
Hello.
And then we've got lots of people joining on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to say hello, guys.
Lovely. Okay, let's get started then with UltraColour Pro. I feel like we need to start with this one because this is the product that everyone's been asking for. I mean, well, to be honest, everyone's been asking us for both, right, Beth? They've wanted full color hot peel and they've wanted the 3D effect without weeding. We delivered on both. 2025 is going to be a good year for heat printers. So to start with, UltraColour Pro, let's just talk a little bit more about this design. Now, you may have seen us wearing this at Printwear and Promotion. This was one of our uniforms for the day, and it was my personal favorite, not just because it's a new product, but how cool is that design? That just looks crazy. So UltraColour Pro is a digital screen hybrid transfer. So it combines the digitally printed graphics with a screen print backing to give you this hybrid product. Now, the reason I love this so much is not just because it's full color and hot peel, which is what everybody wants in a transfer. It is also, are you laughing?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard you move.
Sorry, I was sniffing.
No, that's all right. I thought I heard you say something. Full color and hot peel. And what was I going to say? Yes, scalable pricing. So this transfer is a hot peel, which is something that everybody's been asking us for. However, we've also kept with our strategy of the more you order, the lower the price gets. So this really is the product for bulk orders, for volume jobs, and it's really going to help you level up and scale your business. You're no longer going to have to wait for the transfer to cool down, remove it from the press, and then peel them later. Even though we are still going to keep our UltraColour cold peel transfer because some people do prefer this. There are ways you can use both. That's totally fine. But with UltraColour Pro, I just love the peel on this. In fact, let me apply this onto a t-shirt for you because the peel on that is like butter, isn't it? Like it's nothing you've ever seen before in a peel.
A couple more hellos. Andy says he's here from Tribe Apparel. Better
Hi,
Every
Andy.
Day says hi all. And then we've got True Vibes with us on Instagram as per usual.
I know that Andy had a question because he commented on my Instagram post earlier this week about something. And I was like, join the live, we'll talk about it. So Andy, let us know your question and we'll get to that in a minute. Ooh. So just running you guys through what I'm doing today. So we're using the Fusion IQ heat press, the world's most advanced manual heat press. Of course, it's got the IQ controller here, which is vital when you're switching between different transfer products like I am today, because it remembers all of the recipes on here for you. So if I'm switching between UltraColour Pro, which fuses at 125 degrees, and Silicone, which fuses at 150 degrees, I am going to need this heat press to remember that so that I don't have to actually remember it, because I definitely won't. Threadability built in as standard, so you can see here if I bring this press in a bit that the back part of this t-shirt is hanging underneath completely out the way, and we can isolate that top layer. Carrying out a pre-press, because if I show you this t-shirt, it's got a massive crease down the middle and we need to get rid of that, and it has also been in a box stored in pallets and stuff on the way back from the show. So we're going to make sure to get any moisture out so that the t-shirt is perfectly prepped for our transfer. I should mention before we carry out this application that the t-shirt I'm fusing onto today is one of the new t-shirts that launched at P&P. This is from Audis and it's their AT001. So it's 100% cotton. It's really soft and it feels quite, I was going to say quite luxurious, but I know it's like their base price range. So this t-shirt costs, I think, is less than £2 to purchase in comparison to one of their other tees like I've got here, which is like £3-4. So it's a really affordable product if you're starting out. But what they've done is made it feel actually like a nice t-shirt. It's not scratchy. It's not transparent and see-through. Like, this is a really nice tee and it prints really well. So that's why I've chosen this one today. Now I am going to pre-press this like I just said. So timer number 1 on this machine is for 5 seconds. We're on 125 degrees for UltraColour Pro. Low temperature, which is vital if you're fusing onto not just like cotton and polycotton, but if you want to do polyester, if you want to do jackets, spandex, all of that kind of stuff, you want a low temperature transfer, and UltraColour Pro is that. I'm going to lock it into place and it's going to read out my pressure, which is currently on a 5. So medium pressure on a Hotronics, for those of you new to heat printing, is between a 4 and a 6. So we're perfectly in the middle here. Pull it back out and that is now ready for us to apply our transfer. So a bit of a close-up for everyone on UltraColour Pro. Can everyone see that? It is very vibrant. The colours in this heat transfer are like nothing I've ever seen before in a transfer. Don't get me wrong, I like UltraColour, I like direct to film. Screen print fluorescence is something else, totally different process. UltraColour Pro colours just jump off of the shirt. Like, they look amazing. And because it's a hot peel, I don't need to use release paper. Lock it into place for 15 seconds. So still a very, very quick time for a full colour print. When you think about how long it would take to embroider something like that, you just wouldn't even attempt it because it would feel horrible, but take way too long. If you were manually screen printing, you wouldn't be able to get the amount of colours on it, but it would also take you forever to build up the screens, wash them, etc. Clear carrier as well, should have mentioned that at the beginning, but super easy to place because you can literally see through this. And then you have your finished result. So this right here is the product that's going to change the game for 2025. Like I said, it's a full color transfer, scalable pricing. So the more you order, the cheaper it gets. And just look at the detail in that.
Looks great.
It does look great. So if anyone has questions on UltraColour Pro, then leave them in the comments. Happy to answer them. While you guys do that, I'm going to adjust my heat press up to temperature because I want to do a silicone application next. So I'm going to just change it from 125 degrees to 150. And it should only take like 3-4 minutes to heat up, if that.
While you're doing that, I'll just say hello to Mel, who's with us from Drumnagoric Designs.
Hi, Mel.
Again. We've got Custom Mood with us on YouTube. Hello. Andy has sent his question in. It is silicone related, so I promise we are going to read that out in a second, Andy. And I just want to say, I think we have some new people with us today.
Have we? We've got newbies on the live.
Yeah, and unless they're just silent normally, but it's really great to have you guys here. Yeah, pipe up, let us know where you're watching from, and we'd just love to have you here.
We love having live viewers on our weekly Friday lunchtime lives. I love chatting to all of you, hearing about your businesses, answering all your questions. Yeah, this is one of my favorite days of the week because we get to actually like speak to you in real time. So yeah. Right, while that's heating up, I've set my press to 150 for 25 seconds, but we'll get on to silicone in a minute. But while we do that, I just want to talk a little bit more through UltraColour Pro pricing. I'll show you how to order it at the end of this live because we're going to need to swap screens. But like I said, it's scalable. So the minimum order for UltraColour Pro is still 10 pieces, but there are price breaks with increased quantities, which makes this a lot more economical when you're doing a larger run. So for example, the A3 size I'm printing today, if you were to order 50 of these, it's £4.54 per sheet. However, if you were to double that and order 100, the price drops to £3.19. So already you've got a significant saving of over £1 per sheet. Also, A3, you can gang these up. So if you're doing a job of 200, 250, 500 plus, you probably don't want to put 2 on a sheet and cut them in half. But if you're ordering 25 or 50, you can put 2 designs on that A3 sheet if they don't need to be A3 size. When they come to you, you can cut them down the middle as the gang sheet appears, and you can halve your cost again. So you'd literally put the price of 50 sheets being £4.54. You can halve that so that that reduces the cost per transfer, if that makes sense to everybody. So yeah, very easily done. So £54.54, 100 sheets, £3.19. So saving over £1 already. If you were to do 500 sheets, it would be £2.30. So again, dropping again another £1 off of that. And then 1,000 is £2.17. So like we said, very cost effective, very economical if you're doing larger runs. And to be honest, like I said at the beginning, even if you're doing a run of like 10, 25, 50, still a very cost effective option when you think about A, the efficiency of this product, B, the finish of it. The colors in this, like I said, jump off of the t-shirt. I've never seen vibrancy like it in this. And I've got a pink one to show you in a minute as well, because that is just insane.
While we're talking about vibrancy and stuff like that, Boxed Records says, I'm watching from Isle of Wight here. It's good to have you with us. They say, what's the feel of the transfer once it's printed?
So the feel of this transfer does not feel like there's anything on the t-shirt. So this is quite a large print. This is an A3 size, right? And even though it has got some areas on there where it's like all transfer, there are areas of show through on here, which makes it feel breathable when you're wearing it. However, because this transfer is a really thin finish, like it feels like it's part of the garment, you can't actually feel it on here. Like if I scrunch this, it's not like bulky. It's very soft, smooth. UltraColour Pro does have like a slight gloss finish to it. I don't know if you guys can see that.
See it, yeah.
Yeah. So it is a little bit less matte than our previous UltraColour transfer. But personally, I kind of prefer it. I won't lie. I think it looks a bit more premium in my personal opinion.
The colours pop better, don't
they?
The
colours definitely pop better, 100%. I just love it. It's such a good product. Let me do the pink one because I feel like the colour vibrancy comes out more with that pink design.
Before you do that, Mel says, is that Molly, Beth, Andy and Martin on that transfer?
Oh my God, hang on a minute. So who's who? Let's figure this out. So I want to be Inktra Woman. That's me. That's Beth. That's got to be Andy.
Yeah,
and that's Martin. That's actually really good. Should we get one of these printed but put names next to the people and give it to them?
Such a good idea. For the person who's asking about getting our products in Mumbai, your closest Styles branch would be Styles Asia.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's do the pink design.
Let's do the pink design. So load the t-shirt on. Oh, the temperature's wrong because I've changed it.
Oh no.
It's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
True Vibe says, on your next live, you should print the same design, but one in UltraColour and one in UltraColour Pro to show the difference, as one is glossy and one is matte. That's a great idea.
We should indeed. We don't have any with us today because all of these we printed for P&P. So obviously we only did the UltraColour Pro ones, but that is a great idea for a future video. Also, True Vibes Clothing, your Printwear and Promotion vlog that you did on YouTube was very, very good. And thank you for including the style stand in it. We are very honoured to be on your channel. Okay, so I'm going to fuse, like I said, this for 15 seconds. It's so quick when you think about the colour effect you can get from this. 15 seconds just goes like that.
Boxed Record says, looks amazing. Thanks for all the info and the outfits for P&P 2026.
Okay. Pull that away, and then I just do one swift peel. That's a massive design. Again, clear carrier. I am obsessed with clear carriers. I physically can't go back to using. I know we obviously still do our classic screen print on the white paper, but I can't. I just can't get my head around it. Look at that.
That's nice.
Look at that pink. So vibrant. This is literally the most vibrant product that we have got.
I think there's something about that subtle sheen there.
Because it's not like shiny. When you look at it
like
with the light, it is like satin. Yeah, it's not, I wouldn't say it's like glossy. I would say it does just have a slight subtle sheen to it when you move it in the light.
It looks really premium.
It's the pink. I just like, look at that. That looks cool, but like, look at that pink.
True Vibe says, you're very welcome, Molly. It's all about supporting one another, and thank you for the positive love.
It is. We love you. This right here. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to stop now because I could do that all day.
Let's do silicone.
Let's do silicone. So the press is prepped and ready. Do we have any further questions on UltraColour Pro before we move on? I'll just quickly recap for those of you that might be joining us late. So UltraColour Pro is our brand new hot peel scalable heat transfer product. It is a digital hybrid transfer. So we digitally print the color and then back it like we would a screen print to combine the best of screen and digital to give you this the most vibrant product that you will ever see on the market for transfers. It is a hot peel, like I mentioned, and it goes down at 125 degrees, so super low temperature, and it takes just 15 seconds. So again, really quick application time. Price-wise, prices do come down the more you order. So in comparison, if you order 50, £4.54. If you order 500, £2.30. So there are lots of price breaks. That's not the only jump. That's just for the recap. Yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to mention, really.
I have a question
Go
so that we
for
can
it.
lead into silicone. So this is Andy from Tribe Apparel's question.
Yeah.
He said, hey, silicone prints, assuming that they are heavier because they are thicker, correct?
Yeah.
Is there a recommendation on what GSM or weight of garment is best given the heavier print?
That is a fantastic question, and I will live demo that for you if you want, because we've got some sweatshirts, we've got some t-shirts, so we'll do a test and see what works best. Obviously, for hats and accessories, like anything goes because they're more structured, they can hold more, and you can't obviously feel the transfer from the inside of it. So I'm not too concerned with those. But from like a t-shirt and sweatshirt point of view, that is a great question. Now, moving on to silicone, I did print one already on a sweatshirt because we've showcased accessories. We haven't really showcased it on garments. So if you guys can see that, that looks really good on YouTube, doesn't it? Look at that, the raised effect of that.
Show the phones as well.
Can everyone see that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so silicone on a sweatshirt. Now, I can't really feel this on the inside, to be honest with you. Like, I can feel that it's there, but it doesn't feel bulky and uncomfortable. This is the JH030. I'm not sure what GSM this is. It probably
280.
280. Thank you very much.
I love that I know that.
That's just our lives, isn't it? So this is, JH030 280, did you say?
Yes. 280
GSM, and this is perfectly fine. Do you know what? I don't necessarily think it's about the GSM of the garment. I think it's more about the design in the wearer. So with silicone, if I was to put it on like a heavyweight t-shirt, for example, I would probably do something smaller than this. I would do like maybe like something smaller on the arm, or like a little left chest, or something like in between the neck at the back, just as like subtle branding. And I also think that the smaller it is, the more premium it looks, if that makes sense, because it's like really classy branding. So yeah, I think it's more about the placement and where you put it and how it's going to feel for the user. But of course, because it's a thicker product, if you put it on a super thin garment, you will be able to like feel it. But yeah, I don't think there's really a major issue with putting on like t-shirts and sweatshirts. It works really well on this sweatshirt. Let's put it on. I've got a t-shirt here. Let's put it on this t-shirt. So Beth, test for you.
Oh, well, yeah, no idea.
This is, I don't actually know what this is. Oh, this is the JT009. We're using all Audis products today.
Let me touch it.
Let me touch it. What do you reckon? It's the heavyweight one, like 180?
Oh, I don't know.
You're going to look it up.
What did you say it was? The JT?
JT009. So we've got the new AT001.
You were almost right. It's 190.
Oh, okay, 190. I wasn't far off. So yeah, AT001 that we printed on today, which is their new like base level tee. We've got JT009, which is the heavyweight tee at 190 GSM. And then we've got the JH030 at 280 GSM.
Yeah.
Well remembered, Molly. Right, let's print silicone onto this and see how it comes out.
Darren says, does the silicone have a tacky feel to it? And I think he means like, not tacky as in negative.
Do you know what? Before I fuse this, I'm actually just going to run through silicone because I've realised we've led in with Andy's question and I haven't talked everyone through like what the product actually is. So let's do that first. So silicone 3D custom heat transfers are for volume jobs, really, but they're 700 microns thick. So for those of you that like our high build 3D heat transfer vinyl, but you like can't be bothered with the weeding, the cutting, figuring out like the thicknesses and all of that, this is the product you've been waiting for. So it is 300 microns thinner than high build, because obviously it's a transfer, but like I said, it's so chunky. It just looks absolutely stunning. So yeah, this product is something we've all been waiting for. Has got a clear carrier. So if I show you, this is what it looks like. So when it arrives, it will literally come to you like this, ready to be heat pressed. And all you have to do is put it on here for 25 seconds. For hats, I'd recommend more like 40, 45 seconds because there's obviously a thicker bit of material for it to adhere to. But for t-shirts and sweatshirts, if you're putting it on sleeves, stuff like that, left chest prints, 25 seconds, totally fine. I'll try and show everyone the thickness from this as well. Is it going to focus? Yeah, look, you can see there how thick that is. So really nice chunky product. What else was I going to say? The finish of it, yes, it is like a matte finish, which again, I think really works. There's fluff all over this one now, but I think it really works with like the effect.
I tried to take pictures of that one the other day and I had to edit the floof out.
I did the floof out. Yeah, it's been like, it's touched like a black garment.
It's been
and
passed around since PMT.
That's been like the main sample hat, yeah. So clear carrier, matte finish, and it's suitable for all fabric types, which is the most important thing because it is an effect heat transfer, essentially 3D effect. But to answer your question, Andy, we want to make sure that you can use it across every single garment and accessory. Like I said, I would just adjust it to like where you're placing the transfer and how you want like the wearer to feel with it. So what else was I going to talk about? It is single image, so it's a screen print product. Pantone matching is available as well, which is really beneficial, especially if you're printing for brands. You want to make sure they get like the perfectly right, I don't know, like red or blue or something like that. We can guarantee exact Pantone matching with the Silicone product, which is just insane. Yeah, screen printed using Pantone matched inks. What else have we got to talk about? The minimum stroke thickness is a question I think we're going to get. So let's talk about that. So the minimum stroke thickness for this is 1 millimeter, and avoid like tiny elements. So I know I said before, do a smaller one for certain placements. Just make sure that it's thicker than a mil and not like super, super tiny that it won't stay on.
True Vibe says, so it's 25 seconds for a tee, but what temperature?
For a tee is 150. For a cap on the 360 IQ, I think at the show we were fusing the bottom for like 160 and the top for 140, I want to say, something like that. But it's around, it's like 150 cook time for it.
Touching back on Darren's earlier question about if it's tacky to the touch, it is. It's matte, isn't it? And it's grippy. It feels grippy, which is really nice. It feels very premium.
I feel like you can kind of see it. Like in that, you can really kind of tell, how it looks, which is amazing. Okay, so it is available in a 6 by 6 centimeter size and a 10 by 10 centimeter size. So perfect for hats, accessories, left chests, logos, branding, all of that. But yeah, they're the sizes that we have at the moment because they're the most popular, to be honest. That's what people are cutting their high build in. It's what people are putting on their garments. So that's what we've provided for you guys. So let's fuse on to the JT009 now. Quick pre-press, 5 seconds, medium pressure, exactly the same. Going to take my Silicone heat transfer. This is so exciting. The first time I've used Silicone on a live. Let's attempt to get this straight because the last one I did definitely wasn't. Okay, I'm going to fuse it for 25 seconds at 150 degrees, medium pressure. So that's on a 5 right now. It's flickering between 5 and a 6. Because that transfer's thicker, it is, of course, making the pressure move ever so slightly, whereas the transfers that are really, really thin, let me show you an UltraColour Pro, like they are super, super thin. That will hardly affect the pressure, if at all, if you've got it set correctly. 25 seconds, like that just went like that. I'm going to give it just literally a couple of seconds. It's like a warm peel. So give it a moment and then just pull that carrier off. Like I said, clear carrier. And then
the future
is that looks clear. So good. The future is clear. Great tagline. Beth, do you work in marketing by any chance? And then there you have your finished product. So like I say, that's on a t-shirt, but you can see it's moving like with the garment. Like it's not totally stuck and like rigid.
I think because they're available in the smaller sizes for things like logos, you would never encounter the issue of it being too bulky. No, because of the size that they're like, printed in.
So these are, they're not like 10 by 10. They're obviously like rectangular, but I think that's, what is that? 8, I think that's 6 centimeters wide. So even like as the smaller size, I wouldn't go bigger than that. That's not wonky. That's how I'm holding it.
Prove it. Okay.
I wouldn't really go bigger than that because I think the 10 by 10 would be too big. Do you know what I mean? It would look silly. Like if you wouldn't do it in a transfer as a left chest, don't do it bigger than that for silicone for sure. Yeah. So let's talk pricing then. So for the 6 by 6, which is what we're using today, if you were to order, so again, this product is scalable, so it is going to be cheaper the more you order, and it's built for those jobs of like 100 or above. However, the minimum quantity is 25. So if you did want to do a smaller run of 25, you can. Obviously, you're just going to get much better pricing with the like 50 or 100 plus orders. So 6 by 6, if you order 25, it's £3.68 per transfer. But if you double that and order 50, the price drops to £184. So that's already a massive price drop. If you go to 100, it halves again. So double the order, half the price, £184 for 50, 92p for 100.
That's a bargain.
92p for a 700 micron thick heat transfer.
Seriously, premium finish heat
like
transfer.
That's something that you would get on, I'm not going to name brands, but like designer level, high street premium brands. Like this is what they are using to decorate their apparel. 92p for 100. That's like a standard order, 100, isn't it? 250, 62p. Beth, guess how many 1,000 is?
50.
37.
Oh, that's so cheap.
If you order 1,000, which I know is like a larger run, but if you're doing, so for example, workwear, so you've got a corporate company that you're doing a workwear order for, they're going to want t-shirts, they're going to want maybe hoodies, jackets, accessories, caps even. By the time you work out how many employees they've got, say 100 employees or even 200, times 3 or 4 items each, you've got enough to get that scale of the pricing for them. And you can charge more because this is a premium product. So yeah, I've no more convincing to do on the matter. It's just one of the best things we've ever made, isn't it?
It's super exciting.
It is really. Do you know what I'm really excited for is to see everybody like what they do with it, because we've obviously seen the P&P like samples we had done, and we've got some more coming. But I want to see what everyone's going to do with this product, because it was amazing to see everyone's high build 3D creations. But obviously you have to cut that, you have to weed it. But with these, people are going to be churning out silicone like there's no tomorrow. I'm very excited for this.
Vince has asked, does the pricing refer to a single design?
Yes, it does. So obviously because it's 6 by 6 and 10 by 10, gang sheet, not really possible. I suppose you could do like, I mean, this is 6 wide. So I suppose you could put like 2 letters and cut it in half if you wanted to. Yeah, it arrives like this. So I could literally like cut around these if I wanted to, but it is price per 6 by 6 square or 10 by 10 if that's what you're ordering.
Mel says, I get excited watching you guys get excited. It is so exciting.
I love it. I genuinely love it. And I'm genuinely so impressed about how like well that has gone onto a t-shirt.
The British public have been asking for a transfer version of,
look at that,
essentially a 3D high build for so long.
All the comments that we get about like high build, how do you cut it? How long does it take to cut? What's the minimum detail? Now it's super easy. Just order silicone. Minimum detail is 1 millimeter. Avoid teeny tiny designs, 700 microns thick, and there's no weeding required. Turnaround time is 7 days. I will add that in there. These are manufactured at Styles TBT in Spain. So by the time obviously you order them, get them printed and shipped back to here, it is a slightly longer lead time, but it's still ridiculously quick. I guarantee you it probably is quicker for someone to order the silicone transfers from us than how long it would take them to figure out how to cut high build at home. Like people probably spend weeks trying to figure out how to cut that.
Andy from Tribe Apparel says, I've got to drop out. Thanks for all the info, team.
Thanks for
coming, Andy. And then Darren says, are those microphone packs on your hip?
Yeah.
How many do you think she's wearing?
I'm wearing 3 microphones because we've got 3 different, I'm talking to 3 different cameras. So I'm all mic'd up so you can all hear me. Right. Any questions on UltraColour Pro, on silicone, on the heat presses we're using? Anything from the watchers?
Well, just waiting.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to tell Instagram and TikTok to switch over to YouTube. So we're going to go onto our ordering system now, which is called EasyView. custom.styles.co.uk. This is the easiest way to order heat transfers in 2025, to be fair, for the last like 5 years even. You can order full color, you can order screen print, Plastisol ink, Pantone match transfers. You can order the new silicone on there. It's literally a case of upload your design, place the order, and we'll ship it to you ready to be heat pressed, whether that's full color screen print, DTF, or silicone. So there is no end to what we can offer here. but we are going to be showing you how you can order them now. So if you're on TikTok or Instagram, hop on over to YouTube and we're going to go for that. And I'm going to quickly for YouTube switch on over to the laptop. So bear with us for 2 seconds and we'll be right with you for the ordering. Okay, so for those of you watching on YouTube, LinkedIn and Facebook, you should now be able to see our screen. So this is custom.styles.co.uk. This is where you can order all of your heat transfers. So Styles UK are the UK's only single source supplier for digital transfers, screen print transfers, direct to film transfers, and Silicone 3D transfers. Literally everything you need in one place to run your business, whether that's for smaller custom jobs or for larger corporate orders. We can handle everything. When you come here, you'll see obviously the banner of all of the transfers that we offer. So we've got our one color product, full color, DTF, plastisol, dye block as well. So if you're printing onto heavily dyed garments and you're worried about bleeding, then you can get the blocker put onto your transfers as well. And of course our silicone. So if you come up here to heat applied transfers, everything is laid out for you really, really easily. So we can shop UltraColour Pro, UltraColour Max, which was our direct to film product, UltraColour, this is the cold peel full color transfer. We've got Inktra, which is the clear carrier hot peel screen. Then we've got our original screen print and Silicone 3D, and then obviously the blockers afterwards. So let's say we wanted to order some Silicone 3D, we'd select that. Brings you to the silicone page. Look how good the tone on tone looks with that as well. The green on green. I'm very excited for like black on black and all of the tone on tone that you're all going to create. So let's say I wanted a 6x6, I'd select this size. We've got two, 6x6 and 10x10. Then you have the option to either upload your design that you've got prepared that the customer has sent you, or you can add text. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to do my initials. And just like that, you've got a transfer design. So we had the question about gang sheeting these. Like I said, you can, if you want to put like two on a sheet like that, you will obviously then have to cut them. So make sure you've got enough space, but that does technically halve the cost of that sheet, but it depends on the size. Obviously, if you're printing something that's like rectangular, you might be able to get two on there, but if you're not, then you are going to have to go with one, because for example, if I was to edit this, let's remove this and do a single letter. So we go add text. Let's just do M.
That's a good square letter, that is.
So like that fills the whole 6x6. So you would not be able to put multiple on here. So I think it's design dependent and just take it on a case by case scenario. But the good news is, even if you're doing like the classic 6x6 square, even if you order a rectangle and don't put multiple on a sheet, you're still getting amazing pricing for a 3D product. I have not seen this anywhere else in the industry. So like I said, 25, £3.68. If we double it to 50, it drops to 184. You can see here this price right here. So it's real-time pricing for your orders. 192p, 92p per silicone transfer. That's just insane. We can select the text here and change the color. So like I said, Pantone matching. So we've got all of our stock colors here. There's over 600 colors on here you can choose from. But if you do have a special Pantone request, just let us know. We can easily add that in for you. Shimmer and metallic inks, and we've got our fluorescent as well. So you can pick from any of these ink mixes. Let's do a blue. It's not the Styles blue, but we'll do a blue. And then all you have to do is hit buy and add it to your cart. And then within 7 days, they'll be with you and ready to press. So let's go and add an UltraColour Pro to our cart as well. So again, like I said earlier, most scalable full color transfer, minimum orders 10, and you can gang sheet these up if you want to. Has a semi-gloss finish, a hot peel as well, so fast and easy pressing. Really low temperature of 125 degrees, which is below the scorch point of apparel. And you can use it on a variety of fabric types as well. So let's go in and select our A3. We've got multiple sizing for this. You've got 6x6, 10x10, A8, A7, 6x4 and A3. So literally take your pick on what you want. If you are gang sheeting, I'd recommend A3, but because this is a volume product, you probably won't want to cut all of them out when they arrive. So I just recommend picking the size you want and then ordering the volume volume, and you're still going to get a great price point for that.
Should we use the summer stock design?
Yeah, I'm going to go for, where is it? Summer, summer, summer.
Fun.
Let's do sunshine on my mind, because sunshine has been on my mind this week because it's been nice and bright outside, which I'm very happy about.
It's the number one talked about thing this week.
It is.
Blue skies.
What's everyone talking about online? The weather. It's a very British thing, isn't it, to talk about the weather? So again, price wise, minimum order of 10, £6.23. But if we say that's 100, it drops to £3.19 straight away. So literally halving your transfer cost. Even 50, £4.54 is like actually really good pricing for the quality of this product. If you're doing 500, £2.30, and then again 1,000, £2.17. So if you're doing corporate, like I said, bigger jobs, multiple garment types, this is really, really achievable. And also, this is the A3 size. So let's say, for example, let's go back to UltraColour Pro, because in my head now I'm picturing this like corporate order that I'm talking about. So if we say, for example, you want a 10 by 10, so they're doing left chest logos, maybe a few sleeve prints, hats, that kind of thing. If you were to add a design, let's pretend this summer stock design is a logo or a company logo, just like that. The pricing is obviously different. So even at 10, £2.93, that's still pretty good. At 50, it drops to £1.78, and at 100, £1.38. So even if you did a team of 10 people that wanted a variety of different apparel, this is more than affordable. Just under £140 before VAT to print 100 branded items for a company. Like very, very affordable. Colors are going to pop. Quantity, longevity, is going to be extremely good. And yeah, that is pretty much everything that I wanted to show you guys. So really easy to order. UltraColour Pro is actually on a 2-day turnaround as well. So it's exactly the same as if you were to order one of our current transfers. So if you were ordering screen print, if you were ordering direct to film, you will get them in a 2-day turnaround. So super quick for this amazing product. We'll just do a bit of a recap before we finish the live. UltraColour Pro colors. Look at that. That's been screwed up on the table. Sorry, guys. I'll just stretch and rebound. I'll just give it a bit of a stretch and there we go. Look at that. The detail in this text as well. It feels like part of the garment. It's super, super soft. Slight gloss finish, which I love.
I'm loving that you guys switched channels to finish this live with us as well. Thank you, guys.
Well, it's important. We have to show you how to order them because it's the easiest way to order transfers literally in the world. I have no other words. That's literally it. So UltraColour, full color, hot peel, scalable product, silicone, 3D heat transfers, no cutting, no weeding, just press it when it comes. 700 microns thick. That's it. 2 brand new products. This is what you guys have been asking us for, I was going to say months, but to be honest, like well over a year. Our team have been working really hard behind the scenes to get these products to the top tier like spec for you. These will last 75 plus washes if applied correctly. If you need a recap on application, either go back and watch this live, or we've got videos on our YouTube channel and websites as well. Do we have any further questions before we drop out?
Mel says, wait, what? You could do metallic silicone transfers?
It's Pantone.
Why not? Hey?
Why not? Okay, that is pretty much it for today's live. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. We will not be live next week because we're not actually going to be in the building. However, we will be live the week after, and we've got some really good like YouTube videos and podcasts coming up as well. So just make sure to follow us on our social accounts and subscribe to email newsletters for all of the updates, and definitely tag us if you are using the new UltraColour Pro product and Silicone. I cannot wait to see all of your creations, but until next time, we're going to go. Thanks, guys.